Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy CJ Beasley here, back again. Today we have yet another battle video from the ICBA. As you can tell from the thumbnail, this is finally playoffs, so we are getting at it. We made it, started from 1-4 start all the way back up to 6-4, 5-game winning streak. So hopefully we can keep that going. Hopefully we can pull out a championship, and that's just kind of what we want to do right here, right now. So I'm not gonna keep talking. We're just gonna hop right into this. So this week we are playing Lux yet again, coach of the FC something Gallades. I don't know how to pronounce that word. So the FC Gallades. So we are battling him back-to-back weeks, which is never fun, as we did pull out a close W last time. If you didn't watch that, definitely go check that out. But we did pull out a close W, and I'm just gonna start talking about his team. So his team consists of Mega Blaziken, Kieran Black, Tornadus, Hippowdon, Heliolisk, Tangrowth, Empoleon, Uxie, Comfey, Licky, and Vullaby. So definitely a scary team. It's definitely an interesting comp, but I feel like it has a good flow together, with just good pivoting options, good bulk options, and obviously the sweeper known as Mega Blaziken. So we definitely have our work cut out for us, but hopefully we can figure out something. So first up, we have Victini with Choice Scarf, Victory Star, obviously, with Zen Headbutt, V-Create, Bull Strike, and U-Turn, with Max Attack, 4 Special Defense, and Max Speed with a Jolly Nature. This is the same exact set as last time, as it really does put in work against this team. The Zen Headbutt plus V-Create plus Bull Strike basically hit everything on his team super duper hard. And the U-Turn's nice just because this is a nice pivot against this team. It checks stuff like Tornadus, stuff like Tangrowth, stuff like Empoleon to the level. It can check Uxie if it's down, and most importantly, it speed ties with a max speed Mega Blaziken, for which I can click Zen Headbutt on and put it into range of one of my other mons. So that's definitely nice. And max attack was basically because I didn't really need bulk, so that's just what we have there. Next up, we have Milotic with the Flame Orb, Marble Scale, with Scald, Dragon Tail, Protect, and Recover. With max HP, max defense, and 4 special attack with a bold nature. This is pretty similar to last time, except last time I had toxic over protect, but I definitely thought I wanted the protect this time, just so I can, if the Mega Blaziken is trying to click high jump kick on me, I can click protect and get a free 50%, and then click Scald afterwards and KO that thing. So that is a nice option to have. Also, it guarantees to get my Flame Orb up. I do have to be wary if he's trying to click Swords Dance twice. I definitely have to be afraid of that, so I just kind of have to keep that in mind. But Skull plus Dragon Tail, Skull basically hits everything on his team, and what it doesn't hit, I can just Dragon Tail out and hopefully get some rocks, or well, I guess I don't have rocks this week, but like Toxic Spikes going, so that's definitely nice. And then the recovery is obviously there just for recovery, and just keeping healthy as long as possible. Next up, we have Galvantula with the Life Orb, with Compound Eyes, Bug Buzz, Thunder, Volt Switch, and Energy Ball, with 44 HP, 4 defense, max special attack, 12 special defense, and 196 speed with a Timid Nature. The EV spread was basically like it outspeeds a Mega Blaziken before a speed boost, and then max special attack, and then I basically just want to optimize my Life Orb recoil, so I went with 151 HP. I guess like base HP at level 50, which does optimize the Life Orb recoil. With Bug Buzz, Thunder, Volt Switch, and Energy Ball, basically hitting his entire team super duper hard. I didn't necessarily think I needed, nor did I have room for Sticky Webs here, so I decided to leave him off. And I'm okay with that situation, like that decision now. But yeah, so Bug Buzz, Thunder, Energy Bell, Volt Switch, like I said, basically hits his entire team, and this is just one of my main wall breakers. Next up, we have Delmise with the Leftover Steelworker, Anchor Shot, Earthquake, Rapid Spin, and Toxic, with max HP, 52 attack, and 204 special defense with an Adamant Nature. But last time, if you guys watched the battle video, this is basically a trapping set. And this is pretty similar to last time, except I had Synthesis over Rapid Spin, I believe was the difference. But I definitely think I needed Rapid Spin this time, just for the Stealth Rocks, to not be chipping away my stuff like Victini or Milotic, putting in range of stuff, and obviously the Galvantula. So I definitely felt like I needed Rapid Spin this week. But basically this is kind of the same idea as last time. Basically clicking Anchor Shot and then proceeding to click Earthquake or Toxic on it. Like say it's the like something like the Tangrowth, I can Anchor Shot it, keep it in with me, and then click Toxic and start wearing that down. Or the Uxie, I can do the same thing. Or the Empoleon, I can Anchor Shot it and then start Earthquaking and basically KO that thing. In this attack investment also lets me Oko a Comfey that's just max HP, no defense investment, as I don't expect him to be more bulky than that, so that's definitely nice there. Next up we have Darkrai with the Darkinium Z, Bad Dreams, Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb, Ice Beam, and Nasty Plot with 28 HP, max special attack, and 228 speed with a Timid Nature. This thing is made to outspeed Tornadus basically. It's a nice check to it, so my Victini is not the only check I have to it. Dark Pulse plus Sludge Bomb plus Ice Beam basically hits his entire team super duper hard, especially at +2. The only real checks he has to this thing is Comfey after some chip, but this can always take a, I believe a Specs Draining Kiss, so that's nice, and also Okos with a Sludge Bomb at +2. But his only real checks are Comfey and the Mega Blaziken, so besides those, he basically has to sack him on to do anything about this Darkrai, so that's super duper nice. And finally, we have the Garbodor. We're bringing it again. This time we're bringing it a little different. So we have Citrus Berry, Aftermath with the Gunk Shot, Explosion, Drain Punch, and Toxic Spikes. I believe those are the same 4 moves, but I have Citrus Berry instead of the Black Sludge. As last time he was Life Orb Tornadus, and this basically ensures that Life Orb Tornadus with Hurricane can't ever 2-hit KO me after the Citrus Berry. So it always guarantees to proc the Citrus Berry, but never guarantees to do more than I'll be recovering back. Like it will never 2-hit KO me, if that makes sense. Having this investment, which is 220 HP, 100 attack, 4 defense, 172 special defense, and 12 speed with a Careful Nature. So yeah, and then Gunk Shot, Explosion, and Drain Punch basically his entire team super duper hard. The only thing that Gunk Shot basically doesn't hit is stuff like the Empoleon, which I can Drain Punch and be a 3-hit KO. And that's basically it. Like the Hippowdon too, but I can start Toxic Spikes like stacking in front of that thing, or I can go into my Delmise and toss up a Toxic or whatever it may be. But yeah, so that is the team we have. I definitely feel better about this matchup, like the team I'm bringing this time, opposed to the team I'm bringing last time, as I do feel like I prepped just better in general. So anyways guys, without stalling anymore, I'm going to hop right into the battle video now. Alright guys, so we're back. So looking at the team he brought Hippowdon, Kieran Black, Comfey, Licky, the Uxie, and then the Mega Blaziken. So he didn't bring the Empoleon, nor did he bring the Tangrowth. He opted for Licky and Kieran Black this time. But besides that, everything's the same. Am I right about that? No, he brought Uxie. Oh, he brought Uxie over Tornadus as well, which was super surprising. I thought Tornadus had a really good matchup, and it did really good work against me last time. I got like 3 kills, so. But nevertheless, so just looking at the team he has, I didn't really expect the Comfey to lead. I expected one of his Rockers to lead, being the Uxie or the Hippowdon, so I decided to lead my Darkrai. Good luck to my opponent. But I decided to leave the Darkrai, as it does pressure both of his Rockers. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't expect like the Uxie or the Mega Blaziken, or excuse me, the Comfey or the Mega Blaziken to lead. So that's just what we're gonna lead here. As he does lead Moto, which is I'm assuming his Hippowdon, which it is. So here we can get off a nice Ice Beam. I didn't want a Nasty Plot turn 1, in case he wanted to like just Earthquake or whatever it may be. So I wanted to get the Ice Beam damage off, also to try to gauge his set, and that looks pretty specially defensive. But we actually get the freeze, which is super unfortunate. Like I don't mind freezes in the regular season, but when it's a playoff match, like you never want to see the freeze, and I feel really bad about this. But nevertheless, we're gonna be able to set up a Nasty Plot here, as I do expect him to want to switch out into his Comfey or the Blaziken. So we will Nasty Plot up here, and at this point, I take any hit, like I mentioned in the team builder, so I can take any hit from this thing, and we can just throw off a Sludge Bomb. And especially seeing these leftovers, I know he won't KO me, because like only thing that would KO me from this range is like a Specs Draining Kiss, but he's obviously not Specs. So we take the Drain Kiss pretty well actually, and we're able to throw off a Sludge Bomb, KO this Comfey. So getting a big threat out of the way is super nice here. So We will take a little bit more sand damage, but here he's forced to go out into his Mega Blaze again, which is exactly what he does. And here I knew he was going to protect, but I still decided to throw off the Z move as it's nice chip, and it puts him into Scald range from my my Lodic, so I definitely wanted that. I knew he was going to protect. I almost went hard into Victini, but I decided against it. So here we're just going to go for the Darkanium Z, as this should do about 25% through the protect, 20-25%, just depending on its bulk. So we will go for the Black Hole Eclipse here, like I said. Get a nice chunk off. Deal big damage to this Blaziken. And so here, like I said, it does about 25%, and after the sand chip from both of us, it's going to definitely put him in range of Scald from my Lodic, which is really all I wanted. But here I almost went into the Delmise, but I decided against it, as he could have easily clicked Flare Blitz there and not taken too much recoil and been fine with it. So I decided to stay in case he chokes or wants to go for maybe a Swords Dance or something, as I click Sludge Bomb there, but he does KO me, which is a good play. But here I can go to my Lodic, which is my main check to this thing. And he's not +2, so I don't need to protect here. As I do expect him to want to switch out, so I do toss off a Scald, I believe. As he switches out into UC, which is the Yuxi. Oh, I actually tossed off a Dragon Tail in case he wanted a Swords Dance or whatever it may be. But he gets pushed out into his Licky Licky, which is fine by me, as their Flame Ward does activate, which is exactly what we want. And so here we switch out into our Darkrai, I believe. No, our Darkrai's dead. What am I saying? We go into our Garbodor here, as he does toss off the Wish, which is totally fine. And here I know I can just start clicking Toxic Spikes, and he can't really do anything about it, as the only thing off the ground is his Uxie, I believe, that he brought. So he does go into his Hippowdon, which is basically free Toxic Spikes for me, which I'm A-okay with. It's just going to let me wear down his team even quicker. So we're going to click the first layer, Toxic Spikes, and then we will click a second one, I believe, as we do get buffeted by the hail a little bit, and he does get a little bit, what does he get? What was that? Oh, that was a Wish Pass. Right, but we will be able to click a second layer of Toxic Spikes, hoping he doesn't wake up, or excuse me, get thawed out, I guess, as he doesn't. So here we are pretty much free to go back into our Milotic, I believe, or we go Delmise. Actually, I believe we go Delmise. Yeah, we go Delmise here. And so the idea was to click Anger Shot and trap this thing in case he does get thawed out for whatever reason. And then if he gets thawed out, then we click Toxic and start wearing that thing down. But here we will just click the Anger Shot, like I said. And he does switch, and he actually goes out into Odin, which is going to be his Kyurem, which is super duper surprising, as I do have the Toxic Spikes up. But this should do around 70% to him, which I'm totally fine with. Like, Delmise has honestly, like, done really good work so far. Like, just being able to click this against his Kyurem really, like, reduces his threat level to me. And here I know for a fact that I could Anger Shot easily against him, so he has to click an Ice move. He has no choice but to click an Ice move, so I decided to go hard into my Victini here. And even if he doesn't click an Ice move, I could, like, I believe I could take an Earth Power, unless if he was like Specs or Life Orb. So here I go hard on my Victini, as I know he does have to click an Ice move, and he actually goes for the Icenium Z, which is fine by me. I will like munch on this every day of the week, so it doesn't really matter. But he actually, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I will be able to KO this Kyurem afterwards. But he actually told me he was a Z Hail set, and that was Z Blizzard he just clicked there, which is like crazy. But it does about 40%, which is totally fine, as the Sandstorm does end. And we will be able to take this thing out with a U-turn. This is the freest U-turn in my life, because it doesn't allow me to go back out into my Galvantula, I believe, I want to say. Did I go Galvantula? I want to say, yeah, I go Galvantula here. So Galvantula pretty much pressures anything he goes into. And he goes out into his Hippowdon here, which I can Energy Ball twice, and this should KO him, even though he's shown he's pretty specially defensive. Especially without leftovers, so I will be able to click Energy Ball here. And even if he breaks out, I believe an Earthquake was a roll to kill anyways. So he doesn't, unfortunately, though. So this is really crappy for him. Like I honestly feel bad, and like no one wants this to happen in playoffs. So I've been hacked out before in playoffs. If you've watched any of my RWL videos, so nobody likes hacks in playoffs. Like hacks in the regular season, fine, whatever, but in the playoffs, it's not a fun time. So either way, we will be able to take out his Hippowdon, and here he's forced to go on his Uxie, which I can pretty freely just bug buzz against. And so we will bring him down pretty low, about 25%. Take a little bit more life over, and he actually goes for Memento, which is fine by me because I can, like I'm assuming he wants to go in Blaziken and go for game, but if he Sword Stances, then he allows me to Volt Switch, and if he doesn't Sword Stance, then he'll Protect or KO my Blaziken, and then I can Volt Switch next turn. So it's totally fine by me. Like as long as I'm able to click Volt Switch here, it's fine. And if he protects, he's taking more poison damage anyways. So I will click the Volt Switch. He does go for the Sword Stance, I'm assuming at this point, because if he goes for the high jump kick, I can just recover stall that. So I go on my Milotic here as he does click the Sword Stance, and I'm assuming he wants to just go for the high jump kick raw here. And I almost clicked it. I almost clicked Protect, but if you went to +2, it would have been a really tricky end game for me. So I decided against it. I knew I could live the attack anyways, even if he was adamant, I believe. So I'm not too worried about it. And if he tries to go Protect, he's just going to take more chip damage anyways. So he goes for the high jump kick, and he actually misses. Oh my god, dude. Like, I am honestly so sorry, Lux. Like, I know we talked about this after, but like, I really honestly feel bad. Like, no game should end like this, especially in playoffs. Like, you get frozen turn 1, and then you miss your high jump kick. It wasn't going to KO me, and I would be able to like recover up and then like stall this Licky out. But like, it's just salt in the wound at that point. So, and you might have been able to get a crit, who knows? So, but anyways, I'm gonna be able to just keep scalding this Licky as there's not much it can do against me unless if it's like a Sword Stance set. But it's not, so it's gonna click Earthquake here. It does like literally -2. So we will be able to take this 5-0, I believe. As our Milotic will be able to stall out this Licky, and so I'm just gonna keep talking until it does. So great game to my opponent Lux. Like obviously it didn't go the way he wanted to at all. And honestly, it didn't go the way I wanted to. Like, I legitimately feel so bad about the hacks. But, you know, there's nothing either of us could have done about him. Like, we couldn't, you know, unless if he was running, like, Lumberry on the Hippowdon. Like, there was no way to avoid that freeze there. Like, so, like, it's just sucky. But either way, we will click Scald here. He knows he's lost, so he's just going to keep attacking me. As I will keep scalding, and he shows off the knockoff, but it's not gonna really matter at this point. But good news, as we will talk a little bit more positive, as we've been kind of talking negative about that loss, but or for him at least. But good news is we move on. We play Diet Tight next week, which is a formidable opponent. Luckily, I am 2-0 against him all time, so hopefully we can make it 3-0. And at this point, I am on a 6-game winning streak. Yeah, because I'm on a 6-game winning streak right now. So we're definitely looking prime for championships. Only thing standing our way of championships is die, and then we can make it to our first ever championship. So hopefully we can make that happen. But game deluxe again. So sorry about the hacks, but that's just how it's gonna go sometimes. Nothing either of us could have done about it. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking, guys. And hopefully I will see you guys next time. Please.